I want you to tighten that bolt. You're gonna need that wrench Stacy's holding.
Stacy, can I borrow that wrench?
I guess so.
I'm sorry if I led you on, but I don't feel that way about you.
You're turning that the wrong way, Bobby. You know, I think I'm gonna try to get back together with Tony.
That's probably a good idea. I was wondering, though, what was it about me that you found so irresistible?
I think it was the power.
The power? That's it?
I don't know what else it could have been. Thanks, Mr. Hill.
If you have any problems patching things up with your boyfriend, we're rebuilding the starter tomorrow.
Now I've got nothing. I'm kicked out of peer counseling. No girls. Nothing.
You know what you've got? A car. Soon as we fix this baby up, you'll be fighting them off with a stick.
Look, I took this off. Was it supposed to come off?
No, son.
But no girls have to know that, right?
It'll stay in the garage.
King of the Hill is next. Then at 7:30, Bruce Willis and Tears of the Sun. Later at 10, don't miss an all-new episode of the FX original series, Over There, only on FX.
The Brothers Grimm do not hear you!
Critics are blown away by the Brothers Grimm.
2 M's.
It's outrageously entertaining.
You see what I'm saying? I most definitely am not.
A fantastic adventure. The Brothers Grimm. Rated PG. In theaters Friday.
Mom, do Flintstones help here?
Yep.
Here?
Yep.
And now, only new Flintstones Complete has extra choline, a nutrient found in breast milk to help support a child's healthy brain function.
And here?
They do now.
New Flintstones Complete.
Now, an incredible offer from Gillette. Buy Sensor 3 disposables and get free razors. 3 blades on springs that adjust to your face. It's Gillette's best disposable razor for men. Buy a 4-pack of Sensor 3 disposables and get 2 free razors.
For men, competition is a 24/7 thing that demands the protection of new Speed Stick 24/7. That's why they developed the microabsorber technology in new Speed Stick 24/7. Powerful particles that can absorb up to 100 times their weight in wetness, keeping you drier. And ready for even the most demanding competition. New Speed Stick 24/7 with microabsorber technology, keeping men drier 24/7.
Smooth, creamy Jell-O pudding with real sundae topping. Jell-O Sundae Toppers. At 110 calories, you haven't enjoyed a sundae this much since you were in pigtails. Jell-O Sundae Toppers, now in caramel.
Hello? This is Mike from Brinks Home Security. Are you all right?
I don't know. The alarm just started going off. Maybe it was the motion detector.
Ma'am, we did not receive a motion signal. We received a fire signal. I've already contacted the fire department.
Honey, we need to get out! The house is on fire!
Oh my gosh, there is a fire!
Please get out of the house right away. Can you make it out?
Yes, I think so.
The fire department is on its way.
Can your smoke detector do all of that? Brinks Home Security helps protect you and your family when trouble strikes. The Brinks award-winning monitoring center can provide a quick link to the authorities 24 hours a day. And the Brinks Standard System is a Consumer's Digest best buy. Call Brinks now and get a free security system needs analysis. The Brinks Standard System installed for just $99. Plus, you'll get a monitored smoke heat detector installed free. That's a $115 value. And the Brinks Home Security System in your home could save you up to 20% on your homeowner's insurance. You're never really home alone with Brinks Home Security. Brinks Home Security, dedicated to rapid response and peace of mind 24 hours a day. Call now.
Thursday. Dinner? Just say yes.
I don't know whether to let you in my knickers or call the police.
You got a blender?
Strawberry daiquiri. It tastes like pepperoni pizza.
You blended a pizza? Starved. All new Thursday at 10, only on FX.
An FX movie presentation from the directors of There's Something About Mary, Jim Carrey, Renee Zellweger.
Charlie, what's going on here?
He's going from gentle to mental.
Let's dance.
Me, Myself, and Irene, an FX movie presentation, Thursday at 7:30, followed at 10 by an all-new episode of the FX original comedy Starve, only on FX.
And that is why I like air.
The movie.
Sometimes screenwriters even make the impossible possible. In Dante's Peak, an acidic lake is powerful enough to dissolve a metal boat. Acid eats metal. But it doesn't dissolve the dead fish floating on top of the water. And why do movie cops, like the ones in The Fugitive, always try to keep people on the line when they trace a call?
5 seconds location.
In reality, calls are traced within seconds. And when it comes to counting cash, screenwriters sometimes don't even have the correct change.
In Rush Hour, the bad guys asked for $50 million in small bills.
The amount will be $15 million.
$50 million in small bills would weigh several tons. Not going to fit in 2 small suitcases.
Suitcases full of money have become increasingly more of a problem because of inflation.
$50 million? Who do you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
But it's such a great visual, you know, suitcase full of money.
Give money.
Ultimately, the script is out of the writer's hands and in the hands of another big-time flub maker, the director.
When you get right down to it, the ultimate authority is the director.
Many times, a script supervisor will say, look, this is incorrect, it needs to be corrected, and we're overruled.
Sometimes a snap creative decision on set can later lead to a continuity error.
Gonna check her out, she's my latest attraction.
There's a scene in Fatal Attraction after Glenn Close character has slept with Michael Douglas, and as she's sitting in bed, the sheets are at waist height, and she's topless. They cut to Michael Douglas, the sheet's up here. The sheet keeps going up and down.
When we first started shooting that particular shot, the breasts were very much covered up.
Thinking the scene needed some skin, director Adrian Lyne tried to convince Glenn Close to drop the sheets.
Glenn Close, she's very shy about revealing her breasts and doesn't particularly want to.
Yeah, I don't think I like this.
And then later on, she'd got into the part and forgotten about her modesty. But when he goes to cut it, he's choosing performance.
It's not like the director and the editor didn't know that that was there. They just compared the two things and said, you know what, there's emotional continuity to the performance this way, and you know what, if the sheets just around a little bit, I don't care.
I think some continuity mistakes are made deliberately.
In Jurassic Park, director Steven Spielberg chose to forget about consistency to create a more exciting scene.
In Jurassic Park, when the goat gets eaten by the T-Rex, you can see it's on flat ground, it's level next to the Jeep.
But moments later, the vehicle gets flipped over, and the flat land gets turned into a cliff.
And that must have been a conscious decision.
When you have Mr. Spielberg and he knows what he wants and what he's doing, there's no reason to discuss it.
Sometimes film flubs are caused by budget concerns.
Most movies are shot in Los Angeles. Very rarely are they shot when they really happen. You see it because it's really expensive to take a movie on location.
There was a movie called Angel Eyes with Jennifer Lopez, and you could see like the CN Tower. You could see all these Toronto things in the background, and then they would just paint Chicago Police Department on the side of a car.
What you doing in a place like this?
If you're watching the film, and it's supposed to be set in Chicago, and you see Toronto landmarks, that's a problem.
Script supervisors, writers, directors, they all make mistakes. But actors, they're perfect, right?
I love it when characters in movies refer to other characters by their real name. For example, in Days of Thunder, when Tom Cruise played Cole Trickle.
Cole Trickle. Stan, nice to meet you.
A woman is introduced to him at one point and says, "Nice to meet you, Tom."
Hi, Claire. I'm Ginny. Nice to meet you. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hi, Cole. Hi, Cole.
And it gets in the movie. Nobody says, cut. He's not playing Tom. That's his real name.
Who is this driver? Cole Trickle. Hi, Cole. Hi, Cole. Hi, Cole.
Sometimes actors just kind of go with a name that sounds close.
Samuel L. Jackson as Jules in Pulp Fiction, when he says to Frank Whaley's character,
"You're Brit, right?" Yeah.
But later in the scene,
Because of the metric system. Check out the big brain on Brad.
His name is clearly Brett, with 2 T's, I think it is, actually.
You're Brit, right? On Brad.
actors often like to ad-lib in comedies, and that's a major flub just waiting to happen.
In Old School, there are posters everywhere saying party Thursday night, and then someone asks Will Ferrell if he wants a beer, and he turns it down.
Told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight.
And he starts improvising an entire idea about how he's got a regular Saturday planned with his wife.
Actually, pretty nice little Saturday. We're gonna go to Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know. I don't know if we'll have enough time.
And it's a great bit of dialogue, but because he's saying it's a Saturday the next day, doesn't quite fit with it being Thursday night for the party.
Early Early in the film Gladiator, Russell Crowe ad-libs the story about his home.
Tell me about your home. The soil, Marcus, black. Black like my wife's hair.
But when we see her later,
Black like my wife's hair.
Maximus's wife is actually a brunette.
I could see how the actor can make that mistake, but that somebody doesn't right there at the moment stop it is amazing to me.
Coming up, film extras are willing to go wild to reveal themselves.
What in the world is that thing? We never spotted it because you can be certain we would have erased him from the film.
When Hollywood Secrets Revealed Movie Screw-Ups returns. For more on Hollywood Secrets, log on to VH1.com.
VH1 presents Rob Thomas Live. Being on stage in front of a lot of people, you're a little uncomfortable, but you're a little excited. You know, you're a little turned on. The Something to Be tour. Every night is a little bit of a different show. Even when you play the same set, it's become this living, breathing thing. It's never the same twice. The Rob Thomas Something to Be tour with special guests. Tickets on sale now. Go to VH1.com for dates, venues, and all your Rob Thomas info.
Afraid to show your face? Not me. Don't let dry, red, or even irritated skin get in your way.
Introducing Aveeno Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer. Only Aveeno found a breakthrough way to release the calming properties of feverfew, a natural ingredient that's clinically proven to visibly reduce redness in as little as 1 week.
When you've got healthy, beautiful skin, you're not afraid to show it.
New Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer. Only from Aveeno. Dermatologist recommended for 60 years.
When people call you.
Hello? Why did you pick up the phone? I loved it. That's so cool.
Instead of a ring, they'll hear a song.
Oh, no.
New ringback tones from Verizon Wireless. Tip-top recordings from Green Day, like Holiday.
Rock on.
Log on now. Two men of science.
Your brother's Grimm.
Right you are, son. Look at this strapping young lad.
He is my daughter.
And a fine wife he'll make some lucky man.
One world of mystery.
Are you saying what I'm saying? I most definitely am not.
From acclaimed director Terry Gilliam.
The Queen has stolen your girls for their youth.
Comes an adventure that's out of this world.
She needs one more to make the spell work. This isn't a fairy tale. It's real.
The Brothers Grimm. Rated PG-13 in theaters Friday.
Would you rather have the Kia Spectra's 6 standard airbags or the Corollas 2? Would you rather have Spectra's 138 horsepower or Civic's 115? Would you rather have Spectra's 10-year warranty, which is almost twice as long as theirs? And would you rather have all this for under $12,000 after $1,750 cash back? Would you rather not hear any more ridiculously easy questions? The Kia Spectra. And for another easy answer, check out the sport-tuned Kia Spectra 5. Right now, get a Spectra LX for under $12,000. Hurry into your local Kia retailer.
Hello?
Ooh, a thank you note.
Actually, that's a list of,
Video on demand library, high-speed internet, local channels in high def.
Can you do all that?
I can try.
Really? What's this?
Well, that's a list of the extra equipment you're going to need. Not cheap.
Or pretty.
Digital cable does things satellite just can't. Get digital cable and get more.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesdays and Wednesdays just got sexier.
That's that, man.
Oh, you are bad. Sex in the City, Tuesdays at 9 and Wednesdays at 10 on TBS. Deep inside
explains his love for athletics.
I always preferred all the co-ed stuff, like playing volleyball with the girls. I think those girls will kick your butt big time. Sounds awesome.
And bears his natural talents to the student body.
We knew you'd screw this thing up. Hey, take it easy. Is that the line?
Those are probably testes.
Tommy Lee Goes to College. A new episode premieres this Friday at 10. It's all part of Rock and Roll Fridays on VH1.
Flubs in the movies are caused by nearly everyone on the set. Even the person looking through the camera, the director of photography.
I'm in charge of the photographic look of a film, getting the images onto film.
A DP must ensure that nothing out of place enters the frame of a shot. For example, in this scene from Rumble in the Bronx, the DP could have found an angle that didn't reveal Jackie Chan's safety glove. And in Less Than Zero, watch the road when the Corvette spins out. The DP obviously wasn't too concerned about the tire marks from the previous takes.
In the movie Gladiator, there's a scene where the chariot flips over.
A black covering in the chariot falls away, and you can see this huge, great gas canister shoved in the back of it, which was full of compressed air and used to flip the chariot over. But it really doesn't belong in Roman times.
Sometimes, DPs let equipment slip into the shot. In Less Than Zero, this shot ends right on the boom operator. With all the equipment sneaking in, no wonder audiences think they're seeing things.
There's a scene in 3 Men and a Baby where Ted Danson and Celeste Holm are walking past a window.
Look at the way she's looking at me.
You look in the window and you see the figure of a little boy there.
It was not until the movie was actually on video that anybody began to notice that there was supposedly a ghost.
The urban legend was that the original 3 Men and a Baby was filmed in a house where a little boy had accidentally shot himself.
The truth was not so paranormal.
It's actually a cardboard cutout of Ted Danson. Someone had just put it in the wrong spot.
We could never put the rumors to bed. In fact, it was good because people kept renting the cassette to find it, so we were just making money every time.
Sometimes movie extras cause screw-ups, a fact that has plagued even the most famous directors like Alfred Hitchcock.
The North by Northwest classic Hitchcock film.
You just stay away from me.
Someone gets shot. You see a little boy in the background sticking his fingers in his ears just before the gun is fired.
And obviously that's the 5th or 6th or 8th take of that shot. This kid knew that it was coming.
We see a lot of situations in which the extras are mugging for the camera.
In Wild Things, there's one point in court, the camera's panning along, and someone is just sort of tapping their arm on the back of a chair. And as the camera gets level to them, they make a definite thumbs up sign.
In 1985's Teen Wolf, one extra not only wanted screen time for himself, but for his friend, the one-eyed monster.
There was a scene at the very end of the film in which one of the actors, in order to draw attention to himself, has exposed himself.
What in the world is that?
You know, you freeze it at the right moments, and it's undeniable. You're looking at a penis.
Teeny weeny, teeny weeny, short man.
For some reason, we never spotted it because you can be certain we would have erased him from the film.
You need to put your pants back on.
While films are loaded with flubs, the fans don't seem to mind.
Your relationship with a movie that you love is a lot like the relationship you have with a person you love. You love spending time with it, watching it over and over. That doesn't mean there aren't flaws. There are. You know, nothing's perfect. You just have to learn how to accept the flaws.
You do the best job you can with it. And that movie, for all its flaws, for all of its warts, that's you at that moment.
Yeah. On the next lesson in rock school.
This house believes that rock music has no place in our school.
You're an animal. You're about to jump on that and kill it.
You got to say to yourself, jump off the seat and go, ah! That's what rock's about.
The mind is a wonderful thing to waste. A new episode of Rock School with Gene Simmons premieres this Friday at 10:30.
Go to VH1.com for more lessons from Gene Simmons Rock School.
It's all part of Rock and Roll Fridays on VH1.
VH1.com gives you live music anytime, anywhere. Stripped down and intimate, fresh new faces, and your favorite artists like you've never seen them before. Right at your fingertips. VH1 presents Live at VH1.com. Featuring performances by Rob Thomas, Hootie and the Blowfish, Natasha Bedingfield, Aqualung, Faith Evans, and Howie Day.
Now it seems to me that you know just what to say, but words are only words. Can you show me something else? Can you swear to me that you'll always be this way? Show me how you feel more than ever, baby. I don't wanna be lonely no more. I don't wanna have to pay for this. I don't wanna know the lover at my door. It's just another heartache on my list. I don't wanna be angry no more. You know I could never stand for this. So when you tell me that you love me, no for sure. I don't wanna be lonely anymore. It's hard for me when my heart's still on the mend. Won't you open up to me like you do your girlfriend? And you sing to me and it's harmony. Girl, what you do to me is everything. Make me say anything just to get you back again. Why can't we just try? I don't wanna be lonely no more. I don't wanna have to pay for this. I don't wanna know the lover at my door. It's just another heartache on my list. I don't wanna be angry no more. You know I can never stand for this. So when you tell me that you love me, no for sure. I don't wanna be lonely anymore. Oh, no. Oh, oh, What if I was good to you? And what if you were good to me? What if I could hold you till I feel you move outside of me? What if it was paradise? And what if we were symphonies? And what if I gave all my life to find some way to stand beside you? I don't wanna be lonely no more. I don't wanna have to pay for this. I don't wanna know the lover at my door. It's just another heartache on my list. I don't wanna be angry no more. You know I can never stand for this. And when you tell me that you love me